Hi kids, it's Mrs. McGreevy from Horizon Middle School, and I'm here today to show you how to make a line graph of temperature averages from last year. You have that data in your packet. Once you're finished watching this video, you can go to the NCES web link that we've included in your Canvas assignment. And once you get there, you're going to click on Create a Graph and create a line graph. So I'm going to choose line graph. And once I get to this page, I'm given some choices of changing the background color and the grid color. I'm not going to touch these today. That's not really necessary. You can explore those if you like, but I'm going to come over here to these tabs, and these are like notebook tabs. I'm going to choose data. I'm going to click on data, and this is going to give me a place to enter my data. Here it says graph title. I'm going to call my line graph temperature in Ferndale, Washington. And I already have these words preloaded, but you're going to have to type them out today. I'm then going to name and label my x-axis. The x-axis is the one at the bottom of your graph that lies horizontally. So I'm going to name that months because those are going to be representing all of our months, January through December. And then I'm going to label the y-axis. The y-axis is the one that runs vertically like this. And I'm going to call that temperature in degrees Fahrenheit. It's important to put the Fahrenheit there. We want to know what the scale is or what temperature scale that we're using in our measurements. And then I'm going to come down here to where it says items, and I'm going to change this to 12 items because this is representing my 12 months. Groups can stay as one because my one group is temperature. And then I'm going to scroll down, and you'll notice this section, there's really nothing I need to do with these at this point, but I'm going to come down here to my item label, and this is where I'm going to put my months. So I'm going to start with January and February. And once again, I have these all preloaded in here, so I can do this quickly for the video, but you're going to have to type them out. And what I would really recommend is you abbreviate your months because they will be difficult to fit on the graph if you're not abbreviating. So I've got all my months, January through December. And then right here, I'm going to put in my temperature values. So you'll have to look at your little chart that we've provided for you of the average temperatures last year in Ferndale, Washington. I'm going to put a few of them in here today. So in January, the temperature was 41, and in February it was 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and in March it was 43 degrees Fahrenheit, and in April it was 50. And once again, I have preloaded some of these numbers, but you're going to have to type them out. And in June, it was 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So you're going to continue with these. I'm not going to do all of them, but you'll need to put in all those values. And then once you're finished with that, you're going to go to this preview tab and click on that. And that's going to give you a picture of your graph. And here it is. And remember, I only put in half of my values, so I only have a partial graph. I only have half a graph. So when you put in all of your values, you're going to see this green line extend across here all the way to December. But you'll notice here's the label, the title of my graph, temperature in Ferndale, Washington. Here's my y-axis label, temperature in degrees Fahrenheit, and here's my x-axis label, months. And you'll see all of the months, January to December, right across here. What this tells me is that in January, there was an average temperature of 41 degrees, and in February, it was 32. It dipped down, and then it rose up again in March to 43, and then I'm seeing this increase. Once you are finished with that, you are then going to go to print and save. And where it says email this graph to, you're going to put your teacher's email address. If you have me as your teacher, you will put this email address. If you have a different teacher, you'll put their email address, and then you will click send. I will see you back here in a few minutes to show you how to make a bar graph of your precipitation values. See you then.